Okay, this next routine is called Hendrix meets Mayfield. Once again, borrowing from who many consider to be one of the greatest guitar players of all time, but also Curtis Mayfield, who was kind of the originator of a lot of the techniques that Hendrix used. Core elements. We're using a 1-4-6-5 progression in the key of C. So that would be C major, F major, A minor, and G. We want to be able to play those as bar chords. We want to be able to play the F major chord in its C-shaped position, which is a little tricky. A minor as an E shape. And G major as well. Okay, from there, we're going to be using a lot of the same scales, major, pentatonic, and C. All right, you also want to be able to play that scale in its G-shaped position. Okay, so really utilizing the cage system here in this practice session. Now, the relative minor to C major is A minor. So if you're playing a C major pentatonic scale, you're also playing A minor pentatonic scale. It has the same notes. Okay, so the only difference is the note that you're calling your root note. Okay, so if you're playing over top of a C chord, you can play those same notes. If you're playing over A minor, same exact notes are going to sound a little bit darker. Okay, and of course we want to be able to transpose those scales across all of the chords that we have in the progression. Specifically, the 5 chord. We can play that major pentatonic scale, and I'm going to utilize it as I borrow a little bit from David Gilmour. Okay, so very, very simple. Make sure you have those chords down, that 1-4-6-5 progression. It's a great progression to write with, and those same scales, major pentatonic, moving across the fretboard. Now, there is one other thing that I want you to get down, and that is the C major scale played in thirds on 2 strings, the G string and the high E string. We can represent each chord that we have in the key of C. Gets a little tight right here. All right, so that is just playing C major. All right, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B minor, or technically B diminished, and then back to the root C major. Okay, and that's very useful for getting kind of like these 60s Van Morrison style licks that we can throw in throughout the progression.